John's friend Chopper and his girlfriend Jo arrive at John's get-together.
It's John.
First up, a session on disability forms, run by Heather Smith from the Citizens Advice Bureau.
I don't think this lady's ever come across even one person, never mind a group of people with Tourette's, so I'm worried that I'm going to start shouting bullshit, talking shite, you know, something like that. Especially now that Chopper's here, we'll probably trigger each other's tics. You know, when Chopper shouts things, I'll tick back and it goes back and forth, you know. But we'll see how it goes.
Right, hello, I'm Heather from...
She's in for a bit of a fucking up.
Don't know if you've been to your local ever for anything. Right, they're all over the place. We give advice to...
Being around other people with Tourette's can often make John's tics more frequent. As he's sitting next to Chopper, he puts a key ring in his mouth to try and stop himself from shouting out.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
I googled your neurological condition and there wasn't a lot out there.
Fuck off!
Fuck off, nosy.
And we sound as advisors like we're asking really nosy questions. But if we don't ask the really nosy questions, we won't have the answers. And there will be questions for Tourette's
Cunts.
that are
Cunts.
very specific. And they're looking at points that you score for what you can't do. Taking away some of
There's no fucking way, man.
Absolutely. Coping with social situations.
Chopper dyed his pubes
I'm just going
ginger.
through the list. Don't shoot the messenger.
He dyed his pubes ginger.
The next one is propriety of behaviour with other people. There's one for has unpredictable outbursts of aggressive, disinhibited or bizarre behaviour.
Tourette's in one.
Is it sufficient to cause disruption to others on a daily basis?
Yes.
Or no reasonable person would be expected to tolerate the behaviour?
Fuck off!
Quite. That's not a very good wording for it. But there is somebody's actually
You
sat
dogs
down
get tats.
in the law and thought it through at last.
Taylor
So I'll
suit.
leave that with you so that you can have a
You're very helpful.
Then there's more on. Did you mean it or not? That's the dealing with it. So I'll leave.
How do you take these people like with a pinch of salt, man? If it's like serious though.
Incapacity benefit is going to be moved on.
You've got Tourette's by proxy now.
No.
I'm not a qualified dispensing optician.
So what if she gets Tourette's?
I'm a small independent optician with 4 practices, and I was employed as a general manager.
Are people working? Are you on benefits?
What if she starts swearing in that, yeah? Well, can she just blame it on the Tourette's then, or what?
I think going from having a job with a reasonable responsibility to ending up not working, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, a bit of a come down, especially...
Stop swearing then, innit?
You say, oh, I'm unemployed.
Okay, now stop calling people cunts.
I was working since I was 17.
I ain't gonna sack you, are they?
I couldn't cope with it anymore.
What you're going to have to do is have regular interviews
Yes!
at the job centre where they will...
I've been.
You've been, absolutely. Regular interviews.
Probably about 33, 34, and I was sitting at home watching television one evening, and my head just jerked to the side, and I thought, hang on a minute, what was that? Quite odd. And the next thing that came along was I was out in the car with my 2 boys, and
Like you are.
we were in a car park, and just as I was turning the wheel going around the corner, I went, I made a sort of snorting noise like a pig. I was thinking to myself, that's very odd, what's caused that? And it quite quickly went from that to the stage where I was having physical tics, so my chin was jerking, my head was jerking, and it sort of deteriorated over the next year and a half to the stage that I'm at the moment.
Yeah. And then looking at walking, standing, sitting, bending, kneeling, reaching, picking things up, problems with speech.
Yeah.
With speech
Unconscious.
issues, you get 15 points for speech can't be understood by strangers. Absolutely. You get 9 points for strangers have great difficulty understanding speech.
Pakistanis and Iraqis.
You get 6 points for strangers have some difficulty understanding speech, and if that number apply, you don't have any problems with speech according to the rules.
That gets to the point now, innit?
In the beginning I thought it was strange but quite interesting. I was wondering what's going on here. But as you begin to live with it, I absolutely hate it. I hate feeling like such a, I don't know,
Egypt.
a lower class of citizen, just a freak, a basket case.
Aye. There's other questions like, do you know if you spilt something? And if you spilt something, can you clean it up?
Turning the cooker on,
Right.
I have an urge to put my hand flat on the hot plate.
I get stabbing with knives
Yeah.
in the kitchen. Somebody's walking past.
It's a really difficult call though, because arguably, if you could be a risk to yourself at any time, then it's arguable that benefits-wise, you should be getting the maximum benefits, because at any given moment you might need a minder. But you might not.
Arthur Daly!
Right, but you might not want to say that about yourself. It might be that you think, nope, I'm independent. I don't need it.
I've got a corner in my house. Haven't I really? I feel I'm going to say it. I try and stop myself, but it just feels as if I have to say it. It's just like somebody's forcing it out of me.
Like John and Greg, 1 in 10 people with Tourette's have the uncontrollable urge to swear.
Sometimes it says swear words. Like, shut your fucking top. Sometimes I don't like that one at all.
Dirty little bastard.
It says,
Heathen, the devil is within.
and I
Wash your mouth out
do that.
with soap and water, mate. Imagine this guy in Catholic times, man. He would have been thrown to the lions. Tourette's my arse.
7 years on,
Just
Greg
cheeky
still
little
swears,
bastard.
But he also has a number of new tics he has to deal with.